Hello. Yes, I hear Mr. Shan.
Okay, you can hear me. Perfect. That's great. So, Stella, let's start. So, Stella, my question was that did you attended this?
Yes.
Did you attended the session of me when I was speaking about the speaking exam, telling the entire pattern of the IELTS speaking exam? Did you attended that?
No, I was still training at St. John's Ambulance.
Okay. Okay, you
I
were
had
still
to.
training. Okay, okay. Stella, you can turn off your camera because I think you are having internet problem. You can turn off your camera if you want to, in order to listen me clearly. Okay, perfect. So, Stella, I have uploaded a video regarding to the introduction of the speaking exam, in which I'm telling the entire pattern of the exam. So, you can go and watch that video today after the class to have a better idea that how the thing is going to be happening in the real exam. Okay. Okay, Stella.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will also share the link with you as well. So, right, Stella, let's talk about your country, okay? So, part one, question number one. Which part of your country do most people live in?
Nansana.
Sorry, Stella, can you please come again?
Central part.
Okay, so Stella, my dear, you have to answer like a little bit longer, all right? You need to expand your answer. You need to, let's say, provide a little bit more information on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe, for example, if you can give your answer in a way that my question is that which part of your country do most people live in, right? But if you answer me in a way that central part of my country is where most people live in, and they are connected with different families and with different cultures as well.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Question number two, Stella. Tell me about the main industries there.
Main industries.
Yeah, the main industries in Uganda or
We
your
have
country.
the Coca-Cola. We have the Coca-Cola industry in my country at the central part of Uganda. We have roofings at the central part of Kampala city. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me this thing, Stella, that how easy is it to travel around your country?
Um, People move to Kampala every day for concerts, also meet new people and make new friends at the central.
Okay. Question number four, the last question of part one. Has your country changed much since you were a child?
It has developed transport means
Very good. Yeah. And can you expand your answer? Can you expand your answer, please?
and transport means and playground playgrounds for children.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, Stella, part number two. Okay, now we're going to be having part number two. So for that, I'm going to send you the part number two in our Zoom chat. So please check it out. Yeah, the question is that describe a well-known person you like or admire. Here are the questions that you need to answer. Who this person is. Question number two, what this person has done. Question number three, why this person is
Sorry.
well known. And the last question,
Mhm.
and explain why you admire this person. Now, in order to answer this, you have 1 minute to prepare, and your 1 minute timer starts now, Stella.
I think I admire from my
Stella,
artist.
Stella, listen, Stella.
Sorry.
You have 1 minute to prepare. You can take a paper and pencil, and you can write some things, some of the things down in order to make sure that you are able to speak for 2 minutes. Okay, write some more points. Okay, write some more keywords.
Okay, I beg your pardon. The question number 2.
Yeah, part 2, question number 1. There's only one question, but you know that main question is followed by some smaller questions, which you actually need to answer all together in one single go. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Furthermore, if you're gonna watch my YouTube video, the one I uploaded on my YouTube channel, I explain all the rules and regulations of the speaking part of the IELTS exam, which after watching you will find yourself in a very easier position. At least then you will understand this thing very clearly. All right, Stella?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, your questions are, your question is, describe a well-known person you like or admire. Now, here are the questions that you need to answer. Amanda, please mute yourself. Okay, thank you. So here are your questions, Stella. Who this person is, what this person has done, why this person is well known, and explain why you admire the person. Okay? Did you got all the questions? Did you got all the
Okay.
questions?
Um,
Okay. Now, Stella, you have 1 minute to prepare. You can write down some points, and then you will have 2 minutes to answer. And when you start preparing, and you stop preparing, you start giving the answer, and you stop giving the answer on my instructions. All right?
okay.
Okay. So your time starts now. To prepare, 1 minute.
The thing I admire from that person, the way, the behavior.
Stella, you don't want to take 1 minute to prepare? You just want to start immediately?
Okay, I'm preparing.
Yeah, prepare. When I give you 1 minute, use that 1 minute to prepare, okay? Don't waste it. Okay, your 1 minute starts now.
I start.
Okay, so you are still left with, let's say, 30 seconds, but no problem. If you want to start, you can start. So you have 2 minutes to answer, and your time for 2 minutes starts now, Stella.
Okay, she's a popular person where she helps people, where she provides the needy, and where she gives advice to people who need the advices. And she's a she's a lady uh, who has done products that help the youths and the old. Uh, and she provides them with jobs where everyone should fulfill his or her needs.
Okay, very good. Continue.
Mm. And she's willing, and she's willing to help people who need her more than than her needing them. So that's it.
Okay, so that's it. You actually spoke for 1 minute and 16 seconds, whereas you have to speak at least for 2 minutes, all right? So I hope
Okay.
that next time you are gonna coop up best, and at least minimum you have to speak for 2 minutes, all right? Otherwise, you will lose a lot of score in this one, all right, Stella?
Okay.
Okay, so now the last part, part number 3. Now in part number 3, it's exactly similar to part number 1. So here are your questions. Uh, let's say the question is that famous people in your country. That's the topic name, and the topics are
Sorry.
famous
Sorry.
people in your country. That's the name of topic. Famous people in your country. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and your question, your first question is, what kind of people become famous people in your country? Yeah, Stella, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Shan.
Yeah, yeah. So in this one, you have to answer me immediately without preparation. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, part 1 and part 3 should be answered immediately without preparation. But however, in part 2, they give some time to prepare. Let's say 60 seconds. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
sir.
So you can
The
start.
musicians.
You can start giving answer now.
Okay, musician, politicians that give out information to people within the country and let them know what's going on, whether it's economy in the country.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Question number 2. Is this different from the kind of achievements that made people famous in the past? What about that? What is your perspective on that?
I beg your pardon.
Okay, the question is that is that different from the kind of behavior achievement that people were famous in the past?
Yes, because right now they give information through the radios, the TVs. While at past they only wrote letters that even delay to reach the people within the country. That's it.
Okay, all right. Okay, now talking about the last question from part 3, the last question of test today with you.
Okay.
How do you think
Okay.
people will become famous in future?
I think they'll become. I think they become famous when they reach the ground immediately when they're needed, and also communicate within the chairman within the areas and the LOCs in those Pacific areas, so that they give out information immediately than waiting for them to transfer them to radios like that.
Very good, very good. Now you see, now your answers are pretty good as compared to the answers that you were giving in part 1. Now at least they're having some facts, some figures, some general understanding, and some consensus between you as a speaker and me as a listener. All right? Very good, Stella. Would you like to say something?
Okay. No,
No,
no.
no as such. Okay. All right, Stella. Thank you so much, Stella, for participating.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shian.
Thank you, Miss Stella. All right. Who else will participate today? Mr. Walter, are you up for to participate today? Hello. Anyone else would like to come and come to the speaking session? Mr. Walter, can you hear me? Walter, I cannot hear you actually. I don't know. Can you speak again, Walter? I'm really sorry, Mr. Walter. I cannot really hear you. Okay. Mr. Samuel, are you up for the meeting? Mr. Samuel. Okay, so Miss Achsah, did you heard our conversation, me with my student? with Miss Stella?
Yes, I had a conversation.
You heard the conversation, okay? So looks like it's not that difficult, or is it?
It's not so difficult.
It's
I'm
not. So,
just trying to figure out what are the requirements in the talk. What should I concentrate on?
okay, okay. I'm just gonna tell you a couple of things on the surface, okay? The detailed, you can ask me later on, and you can watch the YouTube video as well. Everything has been discussed over there regarding to scores and everything in details. But however, don't worry, I'm gonna be announcing and telling you about the things that could be done on the way as well. So today our topic is going to be Achsah regarding to color. Okay, COLOUR, color. Okay. So question number one: what's your favorite color and why?
My favorite color is black. And I'm taking black because it is not. It can blend in with any other color. I mean, also the fact that I have been a dark. I mean, I'm a dark skinned person in tone. It has made me like really look at it and then prefer that I can actually blend in with anything else. It is easy to design any cloth on my body because
Very good,
it is
very
a
good.
neutral color. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. This much amount of answer is good. Okay, question number two: do you like the same colors as you did when you were younger? Why and why not? If no.
No, I did not like the same colors I mean, as now than when I was younger. And the colors that I liked when I was younger, it was more like pink and the purple. But as time went on, I started to outgrow them because it became hard for me to match them with myself in the times of like in terms of designing what I should put on, and it just gives me a different view of things when I compare the pink and the black. It is so different, yeah, and I realized actually I could settle more with the black than the pink.
Okay, all right, very good, interesting. Question number three from you, Miss Aksa. What can you learn about a person from the colors they like?
It speaks more about the personality. Sometimes the people that are using the light colors in whatever it could be like around the environment, their dress code, it speaks about the personality. They are usually outgoing. They are usually extroverts. They like to be excited. They want to see everyone happy. They are always hyped. And then the people that usually like to be um, with the dark colors, they are somehow reserved. They want to have things within themselves. I mean, they are not really that. They are different from the first group of people I described. So I
Okay,
think the colors speak much more about someone's personality, a little bit actually about someone's personality.
okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear. The last question from part one: do any colors have a special meaning in your culture?
Come again?
Okay, the question is, uh, does any color have a special meaning in your culture?
In my culture, particularly, I don't know about that. I have not seen it.
Okay, but in IELTS exam, Aksa, you still have to answer whatever. Maybe it's a fake answer, maybe it's a made up answer. It doesn't matter, but at least you should have an answer.
Okay, so the red, I'll go with the nation. I mean, the red usually stands for brotherhood and like same blood and family. So we usually use the red to indicate that I am brothers and sisters to someone. It doesn't really have to mean that I am biologically related to this kind of person, but the red is stands for unity, yeah, in brotherhood and love.
Okay, okay, very good, very interesting. Now, what I'm going to be doing here, Aksa, is that I will be copying part number two that you can see the questions as well on in your chat box, okay? And then I'll
Thank
give
you.
you 1 minute to prepare. So here's your question prompt for number two. Describe a song or a piece of music you like. Question number one: what the song is or music is about, what kind of song or music it is, where you first heard it, and explain why you like it. So in order to answer this question, my dear, you have 1 minute to prepare. So you can have a paper and pen with you, and you have 1 minute to prepare, and your 1 minute time starts now.
Thank you.
All right, we're left with 20 seconds only. All right, Aksa, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, great. So, Aksa, you have exactly 2 minutes to answer all these questions like a story, and your time starts for 2 minutes now.
So, the song is Gyra by Maverick City. It has been, I first heard it from, it is a gospel song speaking about, it is a worship praise song that is talking about God. These people are pouring out their worship to God. And I first heard it on TikTok. And I like the song because it helps you see how much people appreciate the God that created them, and then how they try to blend words one after the other. It also entices me to get into the same act, and that is why I like the song.
Okay, that's good. That's interesting. But you have just like said everything in 40 seconds. You have to speak for 2 minutes. It's
Oh,
yeah, that's a little bit challenging, I know. And in order to let's say speak for 2 minutes, you also have to control your speed as well. Like you can go in a little bit slower speed in order to not to give every information in one go, but just like drag it until 2 minutes. Okay.
okay.
Okay, very good. If you want to do it, so yeah, continue.
I feel like right now that is all that I had. I don't know. I will have to prepare again.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So guys, let me send you
Thank
another link, okay? I'm sending you another link on WhatsApp group because the 40 minutes of this meeting are over, okay? So please join as soon as I send the link, all right? And Aksa, you quickly, okay? So guys, just please join quickly. Okay, so we have Aksa back here. Aksa, now now let's talk about part number 3, the last part, okay?
Okay.
Now in part number 3, Aksa, the way you have to answer it should be based on some facts, some figures, some logical explanations, and with some examples. All right?
You're going to pardon me again? Facts, figures, on what?
Yeah, I'm saying this thing that in part number 3, Aksa, we need to speak with some facts, some figures, some rational explanation, and with some examples. All right? You have to make a pure sense out of whatever you speak. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So here is the question number 1. Tell me about any traditional music in your culture, Justin. Uh, Aksa.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Sorry.
Okay. Tell me about any traditional music in your culture.
We have Kadoji. It is music done during festivals, the circumcision festivals. So we
Okay.
play it, yeah, we play it in the Gishu culture.
Okay. Question number 2. How important is it for a culture to have musical traditions?
It expresses the way they do their thing. Some of this music carries meaning, and it is supposed to go out to the people that are doing things out there, that it is also supposed to be passing on to generations. They're speaking about the importance of doing these things. They're speaking about the core at why they're supposed to do it, and also for entertainment, where everyone has to come in. Sometimes, yeah, we have to exploit ourselves for entertainment. They're doing it.
Okay, very interesting answer, Miss Aksa. Very good. The points were really nicely sorted out. So, question number 2, the second last question. It says that how important is it for a culture to have a musical traditions?
It is very important because some of our cultures are
Aksa,
identified in that way.
Aksa, one thing,
Yes.
Aksa, one tip I would like to give you. You can start your answer by also complimenting the teacher. Well, that's a really good question, or maybe that's a really tricky question. Oh, that's a really hard one. Like, the way we sometimes compliment someone regarding to if someone asks us or cry, right? And so practice that,
Okay.
okay? Have a starting
Yes, sir.
phrase. Have a starting phrase, okay? So, yes, you can start again.
Yes. The question is actually it is not so hard. I can go with it. So the reason why we go out with this culture, the culture dances and all, is because sometimes we are easily identified that way. For example, the Kadodi dance of the Gishus can be identified from the Basoga dance from
Okay.
Eastern Uganda. It can also be identified from the Itesot dance, Raka Raka. This is from sometimes the northern end of Uganda. So these dances are all different. So when it is being played somewhere and people are dancing and the music as well, you would literally identify that this is not from this kind of culture.
Okay, interesting. Last question with you, Aksa. Why do you think
Yes.
countries have national anthems or songs?
The well, I think
Mm-hmm.
countries have national anthems or songs
Okay.
because some of the reasons that there are national anthems and songs is for the people of the country to know about themselves. What is our aim? What is our unity? Who are we? For example, and then some of the mottos are also embedded inside
Okay.
in that. So, for example, with us, we have to say "For God and my country." I mean, in this, I feel like we are all focusing on God and our country. In that way, it gives us a patriotism. We have to work together in unity for the good of our country.
Okay. Okay.
So, I believe most of the countries are doing the same thing.
Very good, Aksa. So, Aksa, this was your first performance, but yeah, I'm totally impressed that even in your first performance, you performed really good. So, definitely the lectures are recorded, and I would really love to give you score in our next class. And but maybe if I'm gonna get enough time, I will definitely give you some score in this class as well. All right. But yes, let's see how it happens. And so, Aksa, our class happens every day from 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. somewhere in between. Okay, as per Pakistani
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you so much, guys. Can you please, guys, confirm right now that who would like to register for tomorrow's exam? Let's say for tomorrow's speaking session, because actually I have this a strategy to finish the speaking sessions first. Yes, Evelyn, you want to say something?
Yes, Mr. Shan, mine, it's, thank you so much. One, I would like to register for tomorrow. And secondly, mine is a question.
Yeah.
You had asked Stella earlier on, the first participant,
Yep.
about the famous person that she knows
Yeah. Yeah.
that is well known. So my question is, does that person, if in case that question comes, does that person specifically have to be known publicly, or I can actually know that that person could be a family member or anyone? Please guide me on that.
Very good question. Very good question. So definitely that person should be a public figure, or let's say someone really important, known by the general public as well, because we cannot contradict with the written language of the IELTS exam. All right. So yes, he or
Okay.
she should be publicly known. All right. So it says it was saying that describe a well-known person you like or admire. Okay. So now it could be anyone, but at least that particular person should be having some public attention, or let's say some media after him or her, that could really reflect that that person is well known. I mean, like, even if you tell about your family member, so you have to tell the examiner in a way that paparazzis and let's say photographers, and he gets a lot of attention from media. So you have to say
Mm.
keywords like this, which can give an examiner an impression that like that person is definitely well known publicly. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So you want to subscribe? You want to register for tomorrow's speaking exam as well?
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
Okay, so you're gonna be the one, and I want another name as well because in each class we can do at least two students. I want another name. Can I have another one, please? Miss Evelyn is confirmed. What about Mr. Walter, Miss Suzanne, May?
I'll be around Mr. Sharon.
Yeah, Suzanne, would you like to give it?
Yes, I'll be answering your question for the session.
Okay, Susan, we will wait for you, but please do join the class on the right time. And Mr. Walter, I'm really sorry, dear, I cannot hear you. There's a lot of noise from your side, sir.
No, it's okay. I can as well register for tomorrow's exam.
Okay, you can come.
Yes, I will.
Good, good. Okay, so we are having three students tomorrow. That's really good, right? So we are having three students tomorrow. It's gonna be Miss Evelyn, Mr. Walter, and Miss Susan. All right, guys. Okay, perfect. And yes, guys, my excuses. I haven't been uploading the speaking sessions of the last sessions that I was having with another students because of my poor internet connection in the city. As soon as I will go back to my home in my hometown, so I will going to be having fast internet and I will be uploading the lectures again back on my YouTube channel. So until then, thank you so much, guys, for coming over, and yep, inshallah, see you guys tomorrow. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for today.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Have a good day.
You
You
too.
too, Mr. Shan.
Thank you.